You have 6 billion idol worshippers who makes God angry every second of their life. Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Tibet, Nepal, Thailand. So many. India alone is 500 millions. China is 2 billion. So many. 2 billion Christians, which are idol worshippers. Between Chinese, Hindus, Buddhists, and Christian, at least 6.5 billion people are idol worshippers that according to the Torah do not have the right to live. Idol worshipper goy, it's death penalty. Not only Jews. Even a goy who bow down to an idol, who believe in JC, deserve death penalty.
Hey everyone, Johnny here. Don't speak news. News we're not supposed to speak about, and I've got some of that on tap today. So who you just heard from was Rabbi Mizrachi, who just told you, right to your face, that 6 billion people essentially don't deserve to live, right? If they say we have 8 billion now, but that's up for debate. I get that. But the point is what the rabbi said there. 6 billion people don't deserve to live, including those who worship JC, short for Jesus Christ. Notice he wouldn't even say the name. So the Noahide laws are coming. And you got that straight from the horse's mouth. When the Noahide laws kick in, you can bet they'll be hunting down the true believers in Jesus Christ because belief in Christ will be considered idol worship. This rabbi is very controversial, but he's not lying. This is how a lot of Jews feel about the rest of the world's religions. Not all of them. Many of them are in ignorance about all of this. Many of them aren't practicing Jews. But the point is, the ones that are in charge of this movement do believe all of this. The people that think they're going to run the world from Jerusalem believe in all this. And they will be implementing the Noahide laws. And in fact, we'll go to this website that I just found here a couple days ago, thanks to one of you sending it to me. It's called American Holocaust Coming. It's at blogspot.com. I'll put the link up like I always do. I put this on Telegram yesterday. American Holocaust and the Coming New World Order. Now, this is back from 2012, April 21st of 2012. There are more current stories on here, but this is the one that was sent to me because it's quite pertinent for what's going on right now. The Jewish plan to force Christians to deny Jesus Christ or die, just like the rabbi told you here. Just like he said. So keep that in mind. The Noahide laws and planned genocide of Christians. The following is a series of excerpts from a website of Orthodox Jewish Lubavitch Chabad regarding their plans to force the religious belief systems on the non-Jewish world, which are the 7 Noahide laws for Gentiles, and important commentaries from Christian Bible scriptures. Lubavitch Chabad is the militant Orthodox Jewish organization that is working hard for the fulfillment of the insidious plan to execute Christians and destroy Christianity worldwide by the grisly method of decapitation through forcing the Jewish Noahide laws upon non-Jews in America. And they were first signed into law back in 91, as you're going to see. They are the ones who presented this legislation in Washington, D.C. While many other Jews are working for this agenda, Lubavitch has been especially due to the urging of their now deceased leader, Menachem Schneerson. And if you remember, Schneerson was the one that's on video telling Netanyahu that he needs to do more to bring about the return of their Messiah. That's why they keep pushing for war with Iran, because they believe that's going to be one of the major catalysts to bring their victorious Messiah back, because they don't believe it's Jesus Christ. They consider him a failed Messiah because he didn't come back to put Israel in charge of everything. Anyway, the U.S. Congress officially recognized the Noahide laws and legislation that was passed by both houses. Congress and the President of the U.S., George Bush, indicated in Public Law 102-14, 102nd Congress, this public law designated March 26, 1991, as Education Day. Now, this legislation makes provision for Christians and all other non-Jews in North America to be executed by beheading if they refuse to renounce their personal beliefs and come under a Jewish belief system. For Christians, this means denying Jesus Christ or death under the Noahide laws. Here's what Jewish law says about this. Noahide laws and decapitation for confessing Yeshua as master. The Jewish Encyclopedia says that the Noahide regime as possible world order immediately preceding the universal rights of the Talmud. And under the Talmud, the worship of Jesus Christ is condemned by Judaism as idolatry. That's in their own encyclopedia, and here's all the notes in the pages. The Talmud also states the penalty for disobedience. One additional element of greater severity is that the violation of any one of the 7 laws subjects the Noahide to capital punishment by decapitation. And we've seen the decapitation guillotines made by Chanel, right? We've seen pictures of them. I put them up here before. So there you go, guys, by decapitation. And it was even signed into law, and it's been signed into law by every president and renewed by every president ever since to show their commitment to the Noahide laws and ultimately to this so-called New World Order. But like I said, I'll put the link to all this up so you can study this for yourselves. It's a good website. I suggest you check it out. Then to go along with all this, we have Marco Rubio, Secretary of State here in the U.S., who's officially announced that anyone who dares to criticize Israel will not be granted a visa to enter the United States. So, you can criticize any other country that you wish, apparently, including the United States itself, but you can't, and you're not allowed to criticize Israel. What sense does that even make? We're supposed to be the United States of America, not United States of Israel. And yet, that's what we act like with the government we have in charge now. And that's the way it's been for decades, ever since Israel became a nation again in 1948. It's been progressively taking over the U.S. government. And now Marco Rubio shows you exactly who he works for. And it's not the United States. It's not for you and I. Zog and Check are running the U.S. As it says here, and now this drop in foreign visitors to the United States is going to cost billions, shake up tourism jobs, and leave cities struggling to fill hotels, tours, and flights. Because if customs checks someone's social media, they're going to get told to go home if they criticize Israel. So if you criticize Israel, they're going to really check you out. Check all your social media and everything else. And if you criticize Israel whatsoever at all, then they're not going to get you a visa. That's essentially what this means. And it shows you exactly who Rubio is working for. And it's not, like I said, it's not you and I, and it's not the United States. And then we have this. Jewish terrorist Smotrich vows to rebuild temple during Jerusalem Day celebrations. So here they go again. The fake Jews in Israel that are running the nation state called Israel. Fake Jews running around saying they're going to rebuild the temple again when we know as Christians that our bodies are the temple. Our bodies are the temple where the Holy Spirit comes to reside. And whoever destroys that temple, God will destroy him. 1 Corinthians 3:16 and 17. But they want you to believe, the Jews do, and the Christian Zionists as well, that they need to rebuild the temple before Jesus Christ can return. And it says here, within a few months, we will be able to declare that we have won. Gaza will be totally destroyed. So far-right Israeli finance minister Smotrich has called for the rebuilding of the Jewish temple on the site of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, not even where it was anyway, and for the expansion of Israel's borders and Jewish settlements in Gaza. In a speech addressing crowds at a Jerusalem Day rally on Monday, which celebrates Israel's occupation of the old city of Jerusalem, Smotrich also called for a complete redemption and reconstruction of the temple here, referring to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, which settlers had raided earlier. We are conquering the land of Israel, liberating Gaza, settling Gaza, and defeating the enemy, Smotrich said to crowds that had chanted death to Arabs as they marched through Jerusalem's old city and attacked Palestinians. He said, with God's help, we will expand Israel's borders, bringing about complete redemption and rebuild the temple here. And it wouldn't surprise me, guys, that in a conflict with Iran that's upcoming, that they don't destroy it themselves, the Al-Aqsa Mosque. and say that it was destroyed by Iran. We've talked about this before. I imagine that's what's going to happen when that conflict begins. It's just a matter of when. Smotrich also reiterated his calls for Jewish settlement in Gaza, declaring Israel is not afraid of the world occupation. He said, some people are afraid of victory. We're not afraid of victory. He said, let's give strength to our brave and heroic fighters, yes, who continue to slaughter women and children in the genocide in Gaza. I'll let you read the rest on your own. Like I said, I'll put the links up on the website at don'tspeaknews.com. But guys, we're here. As you can see, the Jews that are in charge in Israel don't believe that 6 billion of us deserve to live. We're all cattle to them. And now with the Noahide laws that are upcoming, they'll have free hand to kill all of us, they'll say. Right? Because we're, idol worshipers. And we can't be allowed to live. We can't be allowed to exist. I mean, it's just unreal. And then, of course, in the United States, where we're supposed to have free speech and freedom of religion, not if you criticize Israel. Apparently, you can have any other views that you like. But if you criticize Israel, you'll not be granted a visa to enter the United States of Israel. We might as well call it that now. And so there you go. And that will be it for this episode. Don't forget, don'tspeaknews.com is home base for all that we do. And got over 2,500 stories here that we can't put anywhere else, and probably including this one, but definitely including some of the other ones like this one that I've got on the website right now. And so feel free to research, peruse all that you like. There's a lot of stuff to look at here at don'tspeaknews.com. If you'd like to subscribe or contact me, there's a tab right up here. There's also a subscribe box at the bottom of every article, and you will get one pop-up while you're reading an article. But here it is. If you want to subscribe because you missed out on the pop-up, there you go. Click on that tab, type in your email, click subscribe, and you're in. And then here's the Don't Speak News at Proton Mail if you want to contact me and send me some links. And I definitely appreciate it, because without that, I wouldn't have had this story pulled up today. So there you have it. I do have a fundraiser going for this month as well, as we are up against it for funding here at the end of the month, as we always are, but especially this month. Funding dried up to a trickle here at the beginning of the month, so we're a little behind. So if you'd like to support us, I'll have a fundraiser link at the bottom of the website on don'tspeaknews.com, but also there's a channel support tab here as well. You can click on that, and all the links to support us are right here. And like I said, without you guys, we wouldn't stick around. So thank you very much for that in advance. And that will be it for now. God bless, take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.